lovely crafty friends, and we are back with Junk Journal January, a collaboration project between lots of YouTubers, bloggers, Instagrammers, and hosted by Sandra at Be Happy Station and Lindsey at the Vintage Button. And we are on day 23, and day 23 is contrast. Now, yesterday we did mismatched. Where are we? And I used a different kit from Be Happy Stationery, and this is her Have a Whimsical Christmas kit, some elements from it, and that any of her kits can be downloaded for a 30% discount using the code CLAIRE, C-L-A-I-R-E. So today, contrast, I thought let's have a look at this lovely tree. So this tree is quite a wintry tree. So I'm going to leave that as is. And I've got a piece of vellum that I'm going to stick over the top. And I'm going to create some contrast. So contrast in the tree. So what's really contrasting to winter? Summer. And in summer, trees are full of leaves and full of life and vibrancy. I mean, I love winter trees. I think they are beautiful. So what I've got is just my alcohol markers in brown and varying shades of green. And we're just going to trace over this tree, but we're going to make it summery. So just keeping it simple today. Nothing too taxing. We're literally going to create a summery tree from the template of this wintry one. So just tracing over the branches because I want it really to be the same tree in two different seasons. It's really spidery tree. I love spidery branches. We've got a tree near here that looks like a hand when it's full of leaves. It's really quite cool. As I walk past, I'm like, oh, it's the hand tree. We do have another one that when it's lost its leaves, it's got like two branches that hang down and they look like a part of a male anatomy. My son, when he was little, found that very amusing. We'd drive past it and we'd be like, tree balls, which is quite fun. But yeah, I do love the shapes and the kind of aesthetic of wintry trees. I love autumn colours. Autumn is my season. But I also love spring. I love that new life and those flowers. But while we are just finishing off the branches, we don't need all the spidery ones because we are going to add some leaves. So I'm just making sure. I think it's actually two trees there, isn't there? But just making sure we've got enough of the spidery branches that we can add the leaves to. Let's just come across here. Comes all the way across. Okay, so that is the brown. And underneath there, you've got all like the brown brush. So what we're going to have this time is we're going to go with some green grass. So let's... you could do this with normal felt tip pens. I just like the alcohol markers because on vellum, and they almost work like permanent markers if you've got Sharpies or Poscas or anything you could do this with. My alcohol markers are close to hand. Oh, and we've got a line. A tree brush going over the back. Okay, and then I'm going to use the fatter end. I'm just going to add leaves. Just using the fatter end to just mottle some leaves over the top of the branches. Just following the contour of the branches. Okay. Okay, so I love how the alcohol markers interact with each other. And we are going to probably just leave that. Let's just add a little bit of that glitter marker. I do like my glitter marker. Just going over some of the browns. Not an awful lot. I don't want an awful lot. And then adding just a little bit of that green. Okay, so we've got our two very contrasting scenes of the same image. So we're just going to glue those down. I think what I'm going to use is a bit of double-sided tape across the top. Just going to add this double-sided tape. Let's just peel it off. And then we have got quite a striking contrast between winter and summer. And I am just going to leave it like that today, I think. Let's just stick the contrast tab. And what I want is I just want to write a little note to you or to yourself to embrace the season you are in. Embrace the season you are in. So you might be feeling like you're in a dark, wintry place, or you might be feeling like you're in a spring, new beginnings, or an autumn, everything's going a bit getting ready to hibernate for winter, but just embrace the season you're in. And there we have day 23, contrast, very contrasting images. Thanks for watching. Oh, no, before we go, prize giveaway. So the prize envelope is getting very, very full. For today, I am going to add I'm going to pick out some buttons and I'm going to add you just a mishmash of some of my buttons. I keep my buttons stored in these sandwich bags. So I will add a little baggie of buttons to the prize. And to win this prize, all you need to do is join my Facebook group, Crafty Claire's Crafting Community, and post a picture of something you have made in Junk Journal January, something you've created, a page or your journal or whatever you've created in Junk Journal January. And I will pick a giveaway on the 1st of February. Thanks for watching.